Hello Pokemon nerds, PokeTube and we're back with another video, but this is going to be a new series. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to call it, but by the time I get this all edited and put on YouTube, it's probably going to be in the title and on the thumbnail of the new series. But this was actually a great idea that was brought to me by my buddy, is to show you guys all my favorite Pokemon cards in my personal collection. I have a ton of Pokemon cards that I think are super cool, and they just sit in my binders or collection boxes or card boxes, and I don't get to show them to you guys. And like, these are the cards that keep me motivated and keep me excited to make videos, and I want to share them with you guys. And especially right now when we're in a Pokemon crisis, newest card wise in stores, because all the shelves are empty, I thought this is a good time to actually start this series. In every episode, I'm going to try to show show 5 cards in my personal collection that I really think are special. But it might not be in the greatest condition, but they're special to me because they're super cool, and you'll see why, and I'll explain why I think they're really cool. But I'm going to go into up close, in-depth review of the cards, and some of the cards you'll see why I'll probably never send a PSA, but also there's some cards that are going to be in my collection I eventually do want to send a PSA, and you'll see them later in Will They Be a 10 series, where it's in the PSA. I'm also going to try to get better on myself and try to make playlists of all the different series that I have on my YouTube. That way you can go and watch all the series and make it a lot easier, instead of me just telling you, oh, go watch the first video in the description below if you missed it. That way you can just go to my playlist and see all the episodes. I'm going to try to go through and do that. Hopefully by the time this video comes out I'll already have that done, but if not, we'll be working on it. Before we get into the first 5 cards of my personal collection, I do want to just remind everyone that we are still trying to hit that goal of 1,300 subscribers, where we'll be giving away this Elite Trainer Box of Burning Shadows that could contain a Rainbow Rare Charizard GX and a PSA 10 is going for like $3,000 or more. So give yourself a chance to win this box by subscribing if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get into these cards. Like I said, I'm just going to try to go into an in-depth view of them all, and that way you guys can really look at them, and I think it's going to be kind of fun to share my collection with you guys. So here is the first one. I have a Gray Stamp First Edition Squirtle. It's a base set shadowless, so it's like has all the trifecta: Gray Stamp First Edition plus a shadowless original Squirtle. Any of the original Pokemon that you can start out with in the beginning, with Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, are very awesome and can get big money. Unfortunately, the reason I have not sent this one into PSA is because it is not in the best condition. I still might send it in just for fun, because it personally would be really fun for me to get it graded, but it won't be a great grade. As you can tell, there's lots of marks up here, lots of marks down the side, but it is a gray stamp or a light stamp. It's maybe kind of hard for you to tell, but all it is when they were stamping these first edition, that it didn't go on as dark as a regular first edition one. That's all it is. But then it's a shadowless, so that means there's no shadow on the border. Let me see if I can find an example. Well, come on. Here we go. So, like on this Slowbro here, you see that shadow from the border. This one does not have that shadow. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of markings on the front, and on the back, it's actually not that bad on the back, but there is a lot of whitening down here on the bottom. Some whitening on the right side there, some whitening on the left side. I mean, it's not in horrible condition. If I sent into PSA, I would probably project a PSA 5. A 6 if I was super lucky. But yeah, I mean, I guess in PSA 5, maybe even a 4. But I mean, it's not in trash condition. So yeah, that's my first one. The second one here is my first edition Japanese Slowking holographic. I believe this is from the Platinum series. if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I would actually like to know too. But I believe this is from the Platinum series. Try to get it out here. I have the hard case, but this one is actually in pretty decent condition. This one still might be one that I send in to grading. Centering's a little off from right to left. I forgot to show you on the Squirtle, but the Squirtle actually the centering is really good, so that's why I thought maybe I still might get it graded. Check out the center in the back. Center in the back actually looks perfect, and there is hardly any whitening at all in the back, if you can see that. Little spot maybe right there, and then there's a little mark right there. But this is a beautiful card, and it's one of my favorites. I mean, I love Slowking. It's a awesome Pokemon from the Neo series. But the holographic on it is beautiful. There's like no print marks from what I can tell, and then there's no scratches or anything on the holo. It's a beautiful looking card. Centering is pretty darn good. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. Obviously, that's why it's featured in this first episode. Slide that one back into the hard case, if I can get it. Sorry if you're getting a close-up of my hand. So here's this third card. Here is a first edition holographic Mr. Mime. I'll try to get this one out. Okay, so centering on this one is a little off from right to left and a little off from the bottom to the top, but not too bad. It's not horrible. You might not even be able to tell in the video, but it is there. But there is absolutely no scratches, no print lines from what I can tell. This is a beautiful first edition Mr. Mime. And see, like, this one is not shadowless. You can see the shadow there on the border. But I mean, it's an original 150 Pokemon. I absolutely love this card, and it's in phenomenal condition. The centering, not the centering, but for whitening wise, there is like absolutely no whitening. Maybe a little speck up here, but I can't tell because the protector sleeve kind of got, yeah, there's one, I think one tiny little speck up there, but like there's like no whitening hardly at all on the back. This is a beautiful card, and this is another one that I want to send into PSA, but I have so many cards I want to send to PSA, I can't send them all at once, and we're still waiting for the cards to get back from my second round. So unfortunately for me, I don't want to spend tons and tons of money for every card to get them back right away, but I am going with faster service than the first time. The first time was ridiculous. They are working, from what I've been hearing from, they are working on the grading right now, so hopefully not too much longer. But yeah, that's my third card. All right, my next one here is my Dark Doug Trio first edition. This one is from the Team Rocket series, which is a lot of people's favorite series. It's one of mine. I think my favorite series of all time is actually Team Rocket Returns. But pull that out of the sleeve here. The holo on this is beautiful. I do not see any print lines or scratches on the holo. The first edition is a nice dark stamp. Centering on it is, I would say, perfect on the front. Maybe a little off from top to bottom, just a little bit, if you guys can tell. But I mean, centering on it is beautiful. Check out the back here with the whitening. There is a little bit of whitening down here in the bottom left corner. Little speck right there. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. If I send in the PSA, I would say it's probably like a PSA 9, maybe an 8. But they sometimes do points, so maybe an 8.5, but I think that's kind of rare for PSA to do a point. So yeah, that's my fourth card here, and then we're going to go into my last card, if I can get this one into the hard sleeve, is my holographic first edition Raichu. Another dark stamp on the first edition. There is, from what I can tell, there is some scratches on the holo on this one, but no print lines. It's a beautiful looking holo. Check out the centering here. Centering is perfect on the front, from what I can tell. I don't know if you guys can see different, but from what I can tell, centering on the front is perfect. Centering on the back, is a little off from top to bottom, but there is some whitening on this one. If you can see on the side here, this looks like there's a bend there, but there is actually no bend. Centering on the, or whitening on the top across there, as you can see, some whitening down here in this corner. It's a beautiful card, and I mean, who doesn't love a first edition Raichu? This is from the Fossil set. Not my favorite from the vintage ones, but any vintage cards is, in my opinion, is really cool. This is one just for that whitening on the back. I probably will never send it in to get graded by PSA, but my guess would be a 6 or 7 with the whitening. But yeah, so that was my first round of cards I wanted to show you guys. If you like this episode and think this is a cool series, let me know. I mean, I'd love to get some feedback, but I have tons of cards in my personal collection I think are super cool that I would like to show all of you guys. So this is just the first one. I'll show you guys another 5 in my next video. But remember to please subscribe if you haven't already, so you can get a chance to win a Elite Trainer box of Burning Shadows, or at least give someone a chance to win this, because these are not cheap. I think they're still like 200 at least on eBay for them. They don't make these Elite Trainer boxes anymore. So yeah, give yourself a chance, give someone a chance. If you don't want to win it, and then give it to one of your friends or family members, But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Please, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up and thunder punch that notification bell. Thank you.